Hello everybody, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Dani Marcelino. I'm a second writer from this paper. The first writer is Dr. Hadi Lutfi. This paper entitled with Investigating Facebook Advertising Feature Through Performance Expectancy on Customer Purchase Intention. Okay, we are from Telkom University. Let me to describe the content of this paper. Okay, next slide. Okay, this is a background of this paper. Yeah, the growth of digital industry in Indonesia also supported by a high level of technology adaptation with the increasing number of social media and internet users. It had a positive impact on companies to start attracting various business opportunities to promote and introduce their products on the internet or social media. FG survey result note Facebook. FG is Association of Indonesia Internet Service Provider. Yeah. So FG poll survey result note Facebook as the most visited social media with a sizable percentage of 50.7% based on research from We Are Social in collaboration with Hotsuite and said Facebook is the most favorite social media apps in Indonesia with a penetration of 81%. Okay, this is a research from host We Are Social. We are Social conducted a survey for Indonesia with ads viewer on social media from 2018 to 2019. The survey results show Facebook ranked second with the largest number of ad viewer. Based on the 2016 Daily Social Survey, Facebook role in influencing people's online shopping decisions reached 38%. This is not surprising because Indonesia is a country with the fourth most Facebook users in the world. Okay. One factor that can increase consumer buying interest is by conducting promotion in the form of advertisement through social media that can communicate to customers about a product being offered. Previous studies has explained, however, Utautu is a unified theory. Wait, I will read something. Utautu is a unified theory of explore performance expectancy. Yeah, this is a theory by Ferrantes. Has been changed with vital aspects of social media advertising. So the study is a modification from UTAUT with a social media advertising aspect. Therefore, two factors from UTAUT 2 were explored are performance expectancy was chosen to hide the role of extrinsic motivation. Hedonic motivation was chosen to cover the role of intrinsic motivation. Okay, however, different factors of the UTAUT like price value, facilitating condition, and reward expectancy weren't thought of within the current study model. Next part is social media may be a variety of technology that is related to high levels of interactivity. Thus, interactivity is other to this study model mutually of the foremost mentioned issues within the relevant literature on social media. Furthermore, in step with the relevant literature, customers are influenced by the extent to that social media advertising provides adequate and helpful information. Ultimately, this junction rectifier to the present study considering the important role of informativeness. The last important factor is perceived relevance, as has been studied in previous study as very important factor to consider. Okay, next. This is the framework of this research. Hypothesis one is how hedonic motivation influence the performance expectancy. Hypothesis 2 is how interactivity has a positive influence to performance expectancy. Hypothesis 3 is how informativeness has a positive effect to performance expectancy. Hypothesis 4 is how perceived relevance has a significant or positive influence to performance expectancy. Hypothesis 5, how hedonic motivation has a effect to purchase intention. Hypothesis 6 is how interactivity has a positive effect to purchase intention. Hypothesis 7 is how informativeness has a positive effect to purchase intention. Hypothesis 8 is how purchase relevance has a positive effect to purchase intention. The last is hypothesis 9 is how performance expectancy has a positive influence to purchase intention. This is a framework of this research. Next, the research method. The method was used in this research is quantitative research with descriptive and causal approach. Okay, causal will describe the relationship with the independent variable to dependent variable. The population in this study are all Facebook social media users in the Bandung city who have seen advertisement display on Facebook where the sample use minimum is 385 respondents. Okay, next, this is the outer model or the measurement model. We can see this is outer loading, this is outer loading 2, this is outer loading, this is outer loading, this is the outer loading, and last, this is the outer loading. This outer loading describe the validity value. Yeah, okay. We can say this indicator is valid if the loading factor value is greater than 0.5. We can see that all of the indicator loading value is greater than 0.5. So all of this indicator is valid. Okay, next, we can see the reliability test result. In reliability test result, we can see that there are two uh, things we can see that the first is composite reliability. Composite reliability can be said reliable if the critical value more than 0.7. We can see that all of this part is greater than 0.7. The second is convex alpha. Convex alpha can be said reliable if greater than the critical value that are greater than 0.6. We can see that all of this value is greater than 0.6. Then we can say that all of this part is reliable. All of the latent variable is reliable because uh, they are fulfill the minimum critical value. Okay, next. Now, before we have discussed about the outer model. This is the inner model or the structural model. Structural model we can get from the bootstrapping process in Smart PLS. In this part, we can see the value of T value or T count for the hypothesis test. This is hedonic motivation to performance, 8.3 hedonic motivation to purchase intention, 7.0 perceive relevant to performance is 9.9. This is the value of the T value. Yeah, this is okay. We can see the in this table. Nah, in this table, sorry. Nah, in this table, we can see that the hypothesis test result we can get from the inner model figure from before. Okay, all of variable is all of the hypothesis, sorry, all of the hypothesis is accept because the T count, yeah, the T count is greater than the critical value. Critical value is a T table. We can get it from the T table statistic. Okay, this is the pet coefficient. We get all of data in this part is from the smart PLS software. This is the first substructure equation model. This is only x1, x2, x3, x4 to y. We will focus in this part only. This is the first substructure. We don't put the z variable or the purchase intention. We don't put that. Okay. This part we can see that the x1 this part not consist of indirect effect. All of all of in this part is a direct effect. X1 is 4.7%, X2 is 6.6%, X3 is 2.8%, X4 is 13.1%, and the simultaneous effect is 82.6%. Okay, we can see the second substructure. In second substructure, we can see this figure. Okay, this figure consists of x1, x2, x3, x4, y, and the z variable. Okay, this is consists a indirect effect. Yeah, so we can see the hedonic motivation to purchase intention, but through the performance expectancy. Now we can see the direct effect from x1 to z is only 5.5, but the indirect is 5.6. We can see that the indirect effect is greater than the direct effect. We can see for all in this part is indirect effect is greater than the direct effect. Okay, next this conclusion. Okay, these results can be used as material for information and input for companies in creating a quality advertising promotion strategy so that it can generate buying interest for consumers. Business people who use Facebook as an advertising medium are advised to pay attention to and increase the hedonic motivation, interactivity, informativeness, and purchase relevance variables. Because based on the result of this study, all of these variables are variables that affect performance expectancy and purchase intention. Then, the business actor are also advised to maintain the mediating variable of performance expectancy because based on the result, this research result with this variable, the variable of hedonic motivation, interactivity, informativeness, and perceived relevance have a greater effect on the purchase intention. Okay, I think clear if the mediating effect on this research is a good mediating. Okay. I think that's all about my presentation. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you all.